Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a table in Microsoft Word. So the first thing we need to do is go to office.com. So you can go through the school website or you can just go directly to office.com or you go through the Elvin portal. Now you want to find OneDrive. So you click on these 9 dots, the app launcher, and you click OneDrive. Or you can simply find OneDrive in the list of apps here, which is here. So click on that. And it should open your OneDrive. And now, if you've done a good job, your OneDrive should show year 7 initially because you're in year 7. Or if you're in year 8, it should show all your year groups in the school. Click your current year group. So year 7, you click year 7. Again, if you've done a good job, all your subjects should be shown in that folder. All the subjects you do in school. So if you've not done it, make sure you do it, not now, because now all you need is your computer science folder. So you click on computer science. Now you're going to create a new document. It's a new Word document. So click on new and you want a Word document. Now we have our document open. We're going to create our table. If you're using a Chromebook, you can stick to this document. If you're working on a Windows computer, it's always better to open the document in Word. So you can simply click Editing, Open in Desktop App. You may see a pop-up, just say OK. So this is the desktop app I'm working on now. Obviously, if you're on the Chromebook, you'll be working on the browser version on the app that's on the internet. And that will appear here. So I'm going to work on the desktop version because I hope you're doing this in school. But if you're doing this at home on your Chromebook, it might be here. So let's do that. So let's create a simple table for our timetable. So I'm going to say my timetable. I'm going to make that bold by highlighting it and clicking on bold. And I press enter. That enables me. Now this red thing is following me because I have the browser version open. I'm going to close that for now. Now before we go any further, let's rename that document. Now to rename that document, you simply click the top here and change the name. So I'm going to change mine to creating a table in Word. I press enter. So now that's changed and this saves automatically. So let's continue. So I've said my timetable. I think my timetable is one word. Yeah. And then press enter, go to the next line and I'm going to insert a table. Now I'm trying to create a table that looks like this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. So 6 columns and 9 rows. So I'm going to insert table. So I'm looking for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Now this won't give me 9, so it's fine. I'm going to do 6 by 8 here. And so I want my 9th row. So I go to the last row, click on the very last cell of the last row, and you want the tab button on your keyboard. The tab button. You click on the tab button, it creates a new row. Alternatively, you can simply right click on the table and say insert below. That will give you a new row. If you want the new row to be above, you click insert above. That gives you the new row. So here we are. I have created my table. Now to make it look like this, I will just drag the table down a bit. So down here, I'm just going to drag it down a bit to make my cells look bigger. So there we are. Now I'm going to type. So we know this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I'm just going to pause this and fill it so that we don't waste our time in the video. You can fill that yourself. I'll come back to you in a second. Now I have populated my table. You see what it looks like. Now this is your time to make sure your table looks like this. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. You pause the video, make sure your table looks like this, and come back. Now once your table looks like this, we want the break. If you go to the original, you see that break and lunch are one table. They're merged. One row rather, they're merged. So let's go and make ours look like that. So you highlight that row, you right click and say merge cells. It becomes one row. Now we want the break, as it shows here, the break is in the center. So we want to make sure it's in the center. So we highlight it, we highlight that row, go home and make sure we align it to be in the center. So now it's in the center. We do the same for lunch. Highlight, right click, merge cells, and make sure it's in the center. And of course, in the original, those cells, those rows are smaller. So let's go. We just drag so that it is smaller. We just drag so that it's smaller. Right, so we've done that. We've merged our cells and we've centralized our text. Now the other thing you'll notice is everything is in the center in the original. As you can see here, all the text are in the center. So we're going to do the same to our table. So I'm going to highlight everything and I'm going to move it to the center as well. Center, align it. And the next thing we're going to do is we'll change the background color. So here they've used the purple color. Let's see whether we can find that color. So we click on this anchor here and we want to change the background color of our table. Now there are two ways you can do it. You can see here that the table is here, this shading is here, or you can just right click and in here you'll see the shading on this little box. So let's change it to purple. Not sure that's the shade of purple Miss has used. Let's see whether we can find another shade. Let's go to more colors. So we're looking for purple. So something around here. Here. That might be what she's used. Let's see. Maybe it's brighter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be the same color. But let's see whether we can find something slightly brighter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's better. Now you're going to add all your subjects. So I'm going to add a few subjects just for this demonstration. So here's some subjects I've added. You obviously need to add yours. So pause the video now and put all your subjects from your timetable and make sure it's correct. And when you've done so, come back and I'll show you how to add an image for the subject. So now let's add images for each subject. I'm going to start with maths, or maybe I should start with computer science because that's my subject anyway. So I'll go to Google. Actually, I'm going to start this because I want to show you everything. So let's go to Google. We type computer science. And I'm looking for images. So you click on images and you find an image you like. I like this one. So I'm going to right click and I'll copy image. Come back to my document. Look for computer science, which is CS. Press enter to take it to the next line. And then I'm going to right click. And I'm going to paste that image. Now that's the image. Now I want to make it a bit smaller so I still have enough space in my table for the other subjects. So I click on the image. You will see that it has this anchor points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you never make the picture bigger by clicking in the middle. It must never be done in the middle. It always needs to be done at the side. Because if you do it in the middle, you'll distort the image. To do it on the side, then you're doing something, you're maintaining the ratio of the image. So let's go to the bottom here and drag it in so that the image is smaller. Let's drag it in. Now I've made that upside down. Let's just go back and drag it in. Now that's small enough so that I can put more images on the other cells. So that's my computer science image done. Now, if you've got computer science 2 or 3 times a week, say you had another one here, for example, you can simply copy and paste that image. So you right click and you copy the image, come down here, press enter to move to the next line, and you paste the image. So you paste it as many times as you want. Now I'm going to do one for maths, and then I'll leave you to do the rest. So let's go back to Google and let's search for an image for maths. Okay, I like numbers, a lot of numbers. Let's go for this one. Right click, copy image, go back to our table. This is maths, press enter to go to the next line. Right click and paste. Of course, we want to make it slightly smaller so that it fits. So that's our maths. So wherever else we have maths, we're going to move that. So for example, if we have maths here as well, we'll just copy that image, right click, copy, and paste. So there you have it. That's how you do a table. You've created it. You've put some text in it. You've merged cells. Now you've put pictures in it. Your job is now to put your timetable with a picture that represents each subject. Thank you for watching.